In the UK today, a quarter of public sector workers actually work for private companies. That's 1.2 million people. Research shows us that these workers are far more likely to be exploited and to be low paid than their colleagues who are employed in-house. They're also much less likely to be members of the union. Why is that? And what can we do about it? I find that many of the people who work for contractors are members.
They are now, yes, because at first they didn't know anything about the unions, because unfortunately quite a lot of them still don't speak very good English. But once we try and go around and see them and tell them that it is important to be in a union, not necessarily mine, but I would like it if they were, and to give them the benefits of it. And actually, we are realising through them joining that they had ongoing issues that they didn't know who to turn to with. So being in our union, we've been able to help them.
Within the services that we have, like parking, I'm thinking of where the attendants are outsourced, it's a lot of migrant workers as well that are coming and working in those, and they might be new to the country, not used to the unions that are here and things like that, so there are barriers around that.
I think it's going to mean we've got to work very, very hard to help these people and to make them realise that they can have the same terms and conditions as us if they join a union, preferably our union, and we will work for them.
What do you think will happen to UNISON if we don't make efforts now to work out how we can organise contracted out workers?
Well, I think what will happen is we'll see our membership falling, because most of our members will either be tupied over into these new companies or lose their jobs, and the new companies, if UNISON doesn't become strong within those companies, then we won't have the membership, we won't have the representation, and we won't be able to fight effectively for the terms and conditions for those workers in those companies, but also to make sure that public services are delivered to the highest standard possible.
I think for us it's probably a dose of realism, because when people think, oh, it'll be fine to be contracted out, it'll be fine to be stupid, I'd keep my terms and conditions, they don't realise that that's very limited, and then you only have to point to people that are now working for us and they used to be in-house staff and how different they are and how differently they're treated, and it really brings home the realities to people, which is a good recruiting tool and it also makes us much stronger in the union as well.
So what we found here at the conference is that members are really positive about the project, that they're very keen to engage with outsourced workers, but we've also discovered that people know that there's going to be an enormous amount of outsourcing over the next few years, and if really all of our branches don't start doing this work now, we're going to be facing really tough times.